All right, today we're tackling workforce management, but I want you to just for a second forget all the boring spreadsheets and the charts. Instead, let's think bigger. I want you to imagine building your entire workforce strategy just like you'd build a skyscraper, engineered with absolute precision right from the ground up so it can actually reach its full potential.
You've seen this, right? We've all seen it. There's that one amazing team, the A-team, the one that gets everything done. But they always seem to be running on fumes, just constantly on the verge of total collapse. And you probably think, wow, they're just super dedicated. But what if I told you the real problem is actually baked right into the system?
See, here's the thing. The secret to a healthy, really productive organization isn't just about grit or rah-rah motivation. It's about getting the math right from day one. Because when that foundation is faulty, you get these tiny stress cracks that travel all the way up to the penthouse. And that's exactly what we call burnout.
Okay, so let's put on our hard hats and get into the blueprints. Every single skyscraper needs a rock-solid foundation. And for our strategy, that foundation isn't built with concrete and steel. It's built with a few simple but incredibly powerful calculations that tell you the absolute truth about how much work you really have.
It all starts with one number, just one, contact volume. Now, it sounds almost too simple, but this is the bedrock of literally everything else. It's just the raw count of work that's hitting your team's desk. How many calls are coming in? How many emails need a reply? How many new project tasks just got assigned? We have to start here.
Next up, we've got average handle time, or what you'll hear called AHT. Now, this isn't about cracking the whip or trying to rush people. No, it's about understanding reality. How long does it actually take, on average, to properly resolve one of those calls or to complete one of those tasks? This is your unit of effort.
And here is where the magic happens. Look how beautifully these two pieces fit together. You take your total volume, you multiply it by your average handle time, and boom, you get your total workload. This number, right here, it isn't a guess, it's not a nice to have. It's your non-negotiable truth. It is the real amount of time your team needs to get the job done.
But wait, if you stop right there, you are basically guaranteed to fail. There's another critical safety factor that honestly most companies completely ignore, and it's the #1 cause of that chronic understaffing we talked about at the beginning.
And this is the missing piece of the puzzle: shrinkage. It's all that time you're paying your staff when they literally can't do the work. Think about it. Team meetings, training sessions, one-on-ones, even just bathroom breaks or grabbing a coffee. If you ignore shrinkage, you're planning for a 40-hour work week that in reality is maybe only a 32-hour productive week. You're starting out 20% behind before anyone's even logged in.
So, our mathematical foundation is poured and it is solid. Now it's time to build the next level. Let's call it the enterprise bridge. This is where we take these core, simple ideas and scale them from just one team to the entire corporation.
And you might be thinking, okay, this is just for call centers. Nope, not at all. Check out this comparison. A call center measures call volume and handle time. A corporate IT team measures project milestones and effort estimates. You see? It's the exact same logic. It's just different words for the same thing. This is a universal language for measuring work.
And once you start thinking this way, the applications get incredibly cool and sophisticated. We're talking about things like agile resource leveling, so you can instantly shift your best engineers to a high-priority project. We're talking about skills-based routing, which makes sure the toughest problems always go to the right expert. You can even use this to forecast how many people will be in the office on a Tuesday to optimize your real estate costs.
So at the end of the day, here's what it all boils down to. We are moving way, way beyond just making a schedule. This is about strategic talent deployment. It's about having the deep-seated confidence that you have the right person with the right skills available at the exact moment they're needed to create the most value.
All right, let's take the express elevator all the way to the top floor of our skyscraper. From up here, we can finally see the strategic skyline, the big picture financial impact, the real return on investment of actually building our strategy the right way.
$30,000. Just let that number sit there for a second. What do you think that represents?
That's the conservative average cost to find, recruit, hire, and train a replacement for just one of your specialized employees who leaves. And why do they leave? Often, it's because of that burnout we talked about, which was caused by that faulty foundation. This is a massive and almost entirely preventable financial hemorrhage.
And this chart, it shows you exactly why that replacement cost is so ridiculously high. See, when we talk about the cost of an employee,
Their salary is only about 2/3 of the story. You have to factor in benefits, taxes, office space, and hiring temps to fill the gap. Getting your staffing right has a way bigger financial ripple effect than most leaders ever realize.
But the ROI isn't just about stopping the financial bleeding. A truly strategic approach to this stuff helps you avoid multi-million-dollar compliance risks, it lets you objectively measure if your expensive training programs are actually working, and it can directly boost your most important business metrics, like revenue per employee.
So, with all of that in mind, it's time for a quick, honest check-in. Looking at your own organization, how tall is your skyscraper, really? What level is your building actually on?
Just take a look at this WFM maturity scorecard. Where do you all fall? Are you at level 1, living in a world of manual Excel sheets and just constantly firefighting? Or maybe you're at level 2, where you have some basic tools, but none of them talk to each other? Or are you pushing toward level 4, where AI is actually helping you predict the future and your whole leadership team is on board?
And I have to say, this is probably the single most critical mindset shift in all of this. A lot of times, employees hear about this data-driven approach and they immediately think Big Brother or surveillance. But the goal is the exact opposite. When it's done right, it's a pact. It's a promise from the company to the employee. A pact for fairness, for balance, and for predictability that actually empowers your team.
And that really brings us to our final thought. As you look at your own company, at the burnout, the budget overruns, maybe the missed deadlines, you have to ask yourself one simple question. Is our strategy built on a solid mathematical foundation, or are we just standing in a tall building hoping it doesn't collapse?